maybe I should share a little bit of my greatness, because I know it's there, and I know it's in everyone too.
When isolated, you're in a state where community can't get to you.
Our differences should be what make us special and unique.
I was bullied, all through elementary school and still sometimes today.
If we commit to end bullying now,
the people that surround me, they have lots of beauty, all right.
She showed me how to be compassionate towards others, even though it's been 5 years since I've seen my dad.
And this is the America we choose to live in.
I know that Muslims are not terrorists. That's for sure.
Rising Voices Oratory competition was literally a dream. Some might even say a vision. I saw it. I woke up and I knew that my kids were going to, the kids in the Young Artist Academy were going to have the opportunity to write original speeches and present their gifts to their community. So a year after having this dream, 35 kids from all of the Young Artist Academy partnering schools in Highline School District and Seattle Public School District competed in the Rising Voices Oratory competition.
I am the founder of We Act, which is We Act, Present, and Perform. And today we have students from the Young Artist Academy. So it's public speaking integrated with creative writing and performing arts. And the goal is always to teach a scholar that they don't have to be in the back of the classroom, they can be the leadership in the front of the classroom.
WEAP is in 5 schools: Summit Sierra Charter School, Orca K through 8th, South Shore Pre-K through 8th, Mount View Elementary School, and Pacific Middle School. Out of these 5 partnering schools that we're in, and we have programming, 35 kids said, we want to share our work.
My speech is going to be about my mother and how much I love her.
My piece is blessing.
So my poem is about bullying.
My speech is about like my hopes for the future, basically.
I'm doing this speech. It's called Letting It Flow. It's about expressing yourself through writing.
Why bullying has no part in society. I got bullied, and there are a few kids in my class that have gotten bullied before, so I wanted to speak up for all of us.
The speeches that you will hear today, I am so proud of each and every one of you, is an original speech. These speeches are written by our students. These are their thoughts.
All 5 of my students are coming into this competition talking about very different things within their life, very different issues. One student is really passionate about his mother, so he's talking about his mother. Another student, she really feels that this idea of community isn't portrayed enough in media and society, and so she's talking about the importance of community-wide. And so it's all very different. I think that's my favorite part, is that they all kind of brought something different to the table.
So Miss O, our teacher, she's very open with herself, so that makes me open and confident. And her telling me things that she doesn't really tell people, it makes me tell them. It makes me vulnerable. It's not really a bad thing, but I like putting myself out there now, and so that's why I'm here at this competition today.
Okay, that's very powerful. It's very powerful. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alexa.
My favorite part of the entire competition was the pre-coaching session. Community members volunteer their time and say, I want to help this child or this scholar develop their voices, and have one-on-one conversations in a coaching session with each scholar.
I love the way that your enthusiasm, I love the way that you say, I am me. I love that, okay?
When I see beauty, I see myself, because I'm strong, confident, intelligent, and a leader. And you're doing like this. You're going back and forth, you're swaying back and forth. So just slow down, just kind of, you're okay. You got this. One more time, and go.
I initially told the coaches 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes with each scholar. There were several times I had to tell them, you gotta move your kids through so all the kids get coaching, because they were creating bonds. There was this real connection happening, and a lot of our coaches saying, that was me as a kid. I didn't have the words to express myself, but now I have the opportunity to help this young scholar who does.
Awesome improvement from last time. That's a speech. That was great. That's so good.
Students, according to your name tag, you have a number that has a color to it, okay? According to your color is where you will go for your preliminary round.
The title of my speech is My Hopes for the Future.
And my speech is Bullying is Unacceptable.
The title of my speech is Community is Key.
People don't take the time to really get to know a Muslim, so why judge? We are mothers, fathers, doctors, students, teachers, neighbors, and fellow humans and Americans.
I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I saw the tears in the eyes. I felt the pain go away. How could I be so selfish? How could I think that I'm nothing when the person who gave me life obviously thought I was something?
I guess as humans it's natural to remove ourselves from community whenever something goes wrong, whenever things don't go our way or how we planned it. It's a reflex almost just to hide and put on this facade as if everything's okay and nothing ever happened. But it's not.
Mama was my greatest teacher, a teacher of compassion, love, and fearlessness. If love is sweet as a flower, then my mother is that sweet flower of love, Stevie Wonder.
When I see beauty, I see the hard-working teachers that help us achieve our dreams every day.
I start sobbing. Seeing her lifeless body makes me want to spend one more day with her, watching Cupcake Wars on the cooking channel, guessing who's gonna win.
I rushed home, ran to my room, and I started to cry. I looked at myself and I wondered, why? Why am I black?
To a bully like you is to show cowardice. This only reveals who you are.
I know you're kings and queens. I see it in your eyes. I see that crown on top of your head shining so bright like a diamond.
So the next time you degrade a boy for being sensitive and emotional, think of the impact it has on him being a parent, partner, and person in the future. And don't call him a little bitch. Thank you.
I felt like I did pretty good. Like she said, when I got up there, like a huge boulder just fell off my chest, and it felt really good. Yeah, I think it's gonna give us more confidence in ourselves.
And if I ever use my poem again, I think I'm gonna test other young students.
The final round is the top 3 scholars in each preliminary category. We added up the scores. We had rubrics. The rubrics were eye contact, voice projection, poise, clear beginning, middle, and end, emotional connection to the text. And there we chose our first, second, and third place.
It's not about winning, it's not about losing, okay? When you get to this level, you have a gift. The only responsibility that you have is to give that gift to this audience and this community. Our top 3 in 4th through 5th grade: Omi Tandon, Melissa Weiland-Young, and Lamaya Roundtree. 6th through 7th grade: Naima Mahaba, Annabelle Russell, Rita Matasia Walker-Burr. 8th through 9th grade: Ritzy Davidson, Ethan Siabush, and Aaliyah Pedrosa.
They call me names like ugly and stupid. My story ends with sadness, but the next child's story doesn't need to if we commit to end bullying now.
Do something, don't keep quiet. Martin Luther King helped everybody so we could be equal.
But guess what? Being black isn't a bad thing. To you it might be, but to me it's not, because that's who I am. And who I am is fighting for my identity, because you're not gonna rip that away from me. The only thing that's ripped off of me is the label you put on me.
More importantly, how strong this community is. I mean, look around you. We've all gone through our own trials and tribulations that have made us the diligent people we are, and yet we live in a society that tells us it's better to be alone.
My grandfather moved to America from Tehran, Iran many years ago. He faced countless challenges due to his race, as would I, if my skin did not make me look like the average white teen. I'm able to hide behind my skin. Many people cannot.
Pushing and pulling my way to the clear only to realize that I would be tortured with words any way that I turned. So I ran and I ran and I ran. And my mom, she inspires me to think outside the box. But that's okay, because beauty is beauty and my beauty is natural.
In fact, if they cry or don't show power, they're called little bitches and told to man up. This reinforces the idea that being like a girl is the worst thing a boy can be. I am not the worst thing a boy can be. But not only does it teach boys that girls aren't of value, it stunts boys emotionally.
People think it's okay to sit down and laugh at Donald Trump all day, while he thinks it's okay to talk about how he's gonna send Muslims back where they came from and diss black people and objectify women in each and every way.
And our first place winner in the categories of 4th through 5th is Lamaya Brown.
I won first place through the 4th and 5th grade category. And when I heard my name, I was like just really shook up inside and kind of happy because I got to go on stage in front of everyone and share out my poem and my thoughts. I also want people to know that it's not his story, it's her story, because like Amelia Earhart, she was a really good pilot. Or Harriet Tubman, she helped slaves. So I just want people to know that there's also females doing great things.
And our first place winner, scholar from Orca K through 8, is Ethan.
When I presented, I felt more nervous than I ever had giving a speech because it was at least 3 times as many people as I'd performed in front of ever. But I just went up there and just gave my speech, and I was proud of it. The importance of programs such as WeApp in our schools is that makes people recognize that their voices are important.
Second place is Annabelle and Rita Matasia.
What was going through my head as I presented in the final round? So I was like, wow, you know, this is a lot to it's honor and stuff. And I thought, you know, at that point, it's just getting people to hear my voice. I chose my speech topic based on when you turn on the news, it's not even good stuff anymore. It's either violence or politics. If you're running for the president of the United States and you can just easily talk about people, you know, people don't want that as a president and people don't want all this violence going on. So I thought, why not just make a poem? If I can do this and help people with my poetry, that they might be inspired just a little bit.
You know, when I first saw them today, they were really nervous. But I think once they saw each other get up on stage and do their speeches, it became easier because they realized that they were accomplishing something. And seeing this competition, seeing how this works, I think it made them realize that there's a lot more that they can do outside of their comfort zone. And so I was proud. Honestly, the whole time during the competition, I was just really, really proud of them.
My daughter just learned, I gotta say that the confidence is the biggest piece. You know, she can stand tall and proud and speak with confidence about whatever the topic is. So I think I'm just proud of her for doing so well and really thinking about what she's saying and saying it with confidence.
Watching families celebrate their kids and hearing the yes, you goes from the crowd and knowing how important those are to children. Those were my favorite moments today, when people listened to what kids had to say, validated that they were important and were with them. I just want to say I was really proud of my South Shore students today, proud of their families, and the best moments of being a principal are when you get to see families celebrate the gifts of their children.
So the future of WeApp. This is just the beginning. We right now are in 5 schools. Our goal is to expand into 11 schools the upcoming school year. to start to provide professional development for principals, teachers, and other educators about the WEAP way, seeing and understanding that our students are more than students, they're scholars, helping kids develop their inner coach and dispelling the inner critic. And beyond all things, allowing a child to truly understand that their words have power. So be selective with your words. Choose your words wisely, but at the end of the day, speak them with purpose.
People think it's okay to sit down and laugh at Donald Trump all day, while he thinks it's okay to talk about how he's going to send Muslims back where they came from, and diss black people and objectify women in each and every way.
If a white man in the audience were to pull out a gun and shoot 20 people, police would arrive on scene and do their best to calm him down using words.
People usually ask me what beauty is. Well, that's easy. Beauty is not about your looks or style. Beauty is not about popularity or how many friends you have. Beauty is all the things that build you up. It is the qualities of you, the roots of you, the every little lie and good truths of you.